Hey everybody, Marilyn Billings here, two-star director from St. Albans, Vermont, and today we are talking about one of my favorite pieces, the Tupperware MicroPro Grill. And I know this is definitely my husband's favorite piece of Tupperware. Now the MicroPro Grill is actually metal, and you will see that it's got rounded edges and it's also super smooth, and that is why you can put it in the microwave. Generally, you can't put metal in the microwave, but this is specially designed so that you can put it in the microwave. And what that means is that microwaves are going to hit this and they are not going to be able to penetrate it. So they are just going to keep going around and around, and that creates heat, and the heat is then transferred to the bottom pad and the top pad, and that's what's going to cook your food. So there are two different positions that you can have the top of this grill. One is in the upright position that I have it in right now, and that's called the casserole position. So that is fantastic when you are making things like my husband's favorite, baked mac and cheese, or maybe if you want to make a blueberry cobbler. These are all things that we can make in here. The other position is the grill position, which is where it is going to actually push down from both the top and the bottom and cook from the top and the bottom on your either piece of meat. So like your steaks and your hamburgers and your fish and your chicken, you can all grill inside here and have it cook from both directions. Now, the third thing that you can do is take the silicone ring and put that in here. And why do you need the silicone ring? Well, one of the other features of the grill is this little well in here. And what that does is when you have something that has a lot of grease, the grease goes down into the well, and the well part is actually not heated. So it doesn't heat up. So when you take it out, it's not going to be spitting at you. The grease is going to be in there, and then you can drain it off nice and easily. But if you're doing something like I'm going to be making a brownie, then if you didn't have the ring, everything would just kind of slide into that hole, because it's designed to drain things that way. And so by putting the ring in, it keeps everything out of that well. It cooks nice and evenly. And so you can do things like quiches. You can do pancakes in here. You can do other egg type things, and you can make things like cakes and brownies. So today we're going to be making a brownie, and what we're going to be doing, and there it is, is what I did is I just took a regular brownie mix and I used half the mix and then put in half of what it requires for the ingredients and mix that up. And so you then could either just mix up the entire box and just put half in, or you can save half the box for another time that you want to make a brownie, a nice giant round brownie here. And so I mixed up all the ingredients. I've got it in our classic mix and store pitcher. Okay, hold on. Battery's getting low. So we're just going to pour this into the ring that is inside our MicroPro Grill. And I'm using my spatula to get every last bit out so that you don't have a lot for leftovers, but we still like to have a little bit of leftovers. And we just smooth that out so it looks about even. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the cover and put it so it's actually in the grill position, so that it's sitting on top of that ring, pushing down on all sides here. And we're going to put it in the microwave at 70% power. And why do we say 70% power? Well, if you think of when you're making your brownies, it's not normally at 425 degrees. And that's what happens when you put the grill in the microwave, is it goes up to 425 degrees in about 90 seconds. And then it stays at that temperature. If we did that with the brownies, then they might get a little crispy. and we like to have them soft. So we're going to put it on for 70% power, so that kind of lowers, kind of like lowering the temperature on the oven. We're going to lower that temperature, and we're going to put it in. In my microwave, it took about 8.5 to 9 minutes to do the brownie. And of course my husband goes, and how long does it normally take? It normally takes about 35 minutes or so to cook the brownies. So it saves you a lot of time there. And so now with the magic of television, I have a second one because we do have 2 grills in our household because we used it so much that we needed a second one. And I wanted you to see how it looks coming out of the microwave. Now I did only have 1 ring, so I had to take that 1 ring out and put it into the other one. But this is how the brownie looks when it's all done. It's absolutely beautiful. And if you want to add even more chocolate to it, you can take a can of frosting and just take about half the can of frosting and put it in a microwave safe dish like our vent and serve or our measuring pitcher, and put it on for about 30 seconds to a minute so it's all nice and gooey, and pour this over this as well. And oh my goodness, it is so good. So if you'd like to see more recipes with the grill and all the many things that you can do, make sure you shout out and say, hey, I'd like to learn more. We can do an in-person testing, or we can do a virtual one as well. Have a great day, everybody.